no Ivy League degree, no worries. Our power player shares the unwritten rules to make it to the top. Meet Keith Wyche. He's one of the country's top leading executives, yet he didn't graduate top of his class, nor Ivy League. In fact, he didn't even climb the corporate ladder via the fast track. But what he did do is stand out and become successful.
I learned for me it wasn't about what school you went to, it wasn't about your grade point average, it's what do you do on the field.
A philosophy that has taken Wyche a long way. As president of U.S. operations at Pitney Bowes, one of the largest mail processing companies in the world, Wyche manages a budget of $600 million and directs a staff of 8,000 at more than 500 sites across the country.
One of the things I love about his style is that he allows his managers to do what they need to run their business. So he works with you and lets you move forward, and he'll provide guidance, but he clearly wants you as a manager to do what you need to do to make the business successful.
A technique Wyche credits for the company's boost in productivity and efficiency.
Most people know Pitney Bowes by that red mark that you get on the letter, that's a postage meter mark. We call it an indicia, or the mailing machine. We touch you every day. Guarantee you, you'll go home today, open up your mailbox, you will have a letter, you'll have something that has Pitney Bowes' stamp on it.
60% of companies in the U.S. outsource their mail services to Pitney Bowes, capturing $6 billion of the $250 billion global mail business. They work directly with all the major parcel services and one of their biggest partners, the U.S. Post Office.
Here's where we get the electronic information from our clients. We actually print it out, we'll actually fold it and insert it, that's what these machines are doing, into envelopes, and then it'll be processed, ready to go for mail.
So basically, all of these Fortune 100 companies that you work with, they send you the information, and then you print up all the documents, meaning like bills,
we'll do bills,
or financial statements?
Absolutely, absolutely.
In 2003, Wyche joined Pitney Bowes as an area vice president. He moved up the ranks as part of the company's succession planning process. Now he not only oversees, trains, motivates, and organizes the company's physical plant, he also does it for the sales team. What are some of the strategies that you set in place to grow the company revenue?
Well, some of the strategies are basically, trying to make sure, one, that we retain our best customers, because we have to make sure that we retain them. But secondly, it's called mining the core. Even within our existing customers, there are opportunities to sell more and more of our products and services.
Which helps Pitney Bowes keep its consistent competitive edge, along with Wyche's belief that
it's about continuous learning, it's about constantly reinventing yourself.
We spend a lot of time in training our employees, getting them certified to different levels of engagement with either equipment or just general business activities. So he makes that an effort to make sure that we as managers are also pushing forward that for our employees.
While other companies are cutting back because of the economy, it's opposite for Pitney Bowes. Demand for managing and streamlining mailrooms increase.
What's unique about our business model is that typically when there's tough economic times, customers realize that mail, document management, and print isn't. Our business actually increases very often.
So explain your trajectory. I mean, how did you end up in the position you are at Pitney Bowes?
Well, it wasn't overnight. And I got to tell you, the first probably 12 years of my career, I was this frustrated professional who thought I had done everything right. I had gotten my MBA, I studied hard, I worked hard, had great performance. What I didn't realize is that in corporate America, performance is key, but it's not the only thing. Performance is about 50% of what it takes to take your career to the top. The other 50% is made up of what I call 25% exposure and 25% perception. And you have to manage all three of those.
Even then, to stand out like Wyche, it may take a little assistance.
Many times we're in a company and people get promoted and you think it just happens magically. It's not magic. There's sponsors and there's mentors and there are people who really make those things happen on your behalf, and you need to make sure you have those relationships.
But early in his career, the Cleveland native admits he made his fair share of mistakes.
Probably the first major faux pas, I still laugh about it, was coming out of college. I had a job interview, and it was the final job interview for a very large computer company that's still in existence today. And for some reason, I don't know if it was because right after Easter, but I went with a beige polyester suit and beige cowboy boots. And I got to tell you, the minute the receptionist saw me, I got a look that said, "You're not getting this job." And needless to say, I didn't.
Other common professional missteps Wyche shares in his new book, Good is Not Enough, and other unwritten rules for minority professionals.
This book was really an effort to leave a legacy of just the lessons that I learned and lessons of others I put into the book to that next generation of leadership so that they don't have to struggle as much as maybe my predecessors and I had.
For starters, he suggests effective leaders develop these skills: strategic visioning, execution, authentic leadership, flexibility and adaptability, awareness and political judgment, and personal accountability. Have you had to in any way assimilate and change who you are to learn the game, to climb up the ranks?
Not so much assimilate, but what I try and tell people is every company has a culture. And you do have to understand the culture that you're working in and to some degree assimilate to that culture.
After you've proven yourself, Wyche says, don't be an empty suit. Bring your unique life experiences to your job. It could actually make you more marketable. What's up with the executive producer of what kind of show was this?
It was kind of like a 106 in Park type show.
How shocking has it been to your peers and those you manage that our boss loves hip-hop, not only loves hip-hop, but has managed hip-hop groups and managed a group called Club Ghetto?
Well, you know, it makes me a real person to them. You know, at the end of the day, people like to connect with people. So let's go and have a great fourth quarter, and we'll celebrate with great bonuses in February. All right.